We're the Brainstormers. Since 1987, we've changed the lives and raised the test scores of millions of young authors across the country. Our award-winning pair of assembly programs first motivate creative writing, then celebrate it. The Takeoff Show is an improv comedy show for kids. It's fast-paced, hilarious, and interactive. In fact, it's so much fun that the audience isn't even aware that they're learning a whole new approach to writing. Meanwhile, we're supporting your teachers' efforts by presenting easy, fun models of all 4 Common Core writing standards: creative fictional narrative, non-fictional personal narrative, persuasive writing, and informational writing. Using creative fictional as an example, we solicit suggestions from the student audience for each part of the story.
Who can think of some characters for our story?
Grandma and Grandpa.
A football player.
A tiny elephant.
We then draft some volunteer actors to play these characters and improvise a brand new story based upon the audience's suggestions, with costumes, music, and sound effects to support their ideas. The story grows, gathering and integrating suggestions for setting, activity, problem, solution, and title, resulting in a satisfying, well-rounded story. We do the same with the other 3 Common Core writing models, and the students exit the gym convinced that writing is fun and easy and empowered with their own creative abilities, that all they need to do is think it up and The Brainstormers Skywriter Show is a celebration of your young author's achievements. It's a natural follow-up to the Takeoff Show, and most schools book both Takeoff and Skywriter shows 2 to 3 months apart. With the aid of our handy study guides, your teachers conduct their writing program, either during class time or as a home assignment. A package of candidate stories is sent to us as source material for the Skywriter Show. Our producers will carefully select 5 stories from your package to be performed at the show. Each of the chosen authors will come up on stage and sit in our renowned author's throne. We'll first conduct a short interview with them, and then they'll sit back and watch with pride and joy as their masterpiece is presented as a world premiere performance for all their classmates and teachers. Each story is custom produced with special costumes, props, music, and sound effects, and the characters played by many student guest actors. Every author feels like a star, and we celebrate all kinds of writing, from the serious to the hilarious. At the end, the authors receive a special certificate, a bumper sticker, and an official Brainstormers pencil with which to compose their next magnum opus. Parental support is an important component of our programs. Families are invited to come bask in their author's moment of triumph. The 1-2 punch of the Takeoff Show and the Skywriter Show will have a powerful and lasting effect upon your authors. We guarantee that you'll see assessment scores rise and attitudes about writing change forever, positively impacting every other aspect of their school life. So get ready to hear this mantra echoing down your hallways.
Think it up!
For schools that want a more personalized, mentorship treatment of our approach to writing, we offer the Brainstormers Writers Camp. This classroom residency is customizable from 1 day to 2 weeks in duration. Our actor educators work with small teams of authors in the creation of brand new team stories and individual personal narrative pieces. We provide a workbook to every team member and lead brainstorming sessions with the campers listing their own story ideas. Then we get the team up on their feet to play a fun improv game testing out those ideas. They democratically vote on their favorites, and those are implemented into their growing team story. Then we go back to the workbooks, brainstorming the next story element. and back up to play a new game that explores those ideas. This continues until the story is complete. These team stories are then produced and rehearsed for performance. Costumes are chosen and dress rehearsals conducted, culminating in a gala evening performance of the campers' literary achievements, to the delight of families, staff, and students. Every writer's camper is fully involved in the creation and performance of their story, and the show is very much their show. We have a huge graduation ceremony at the end, which is a great photo op for proud parents. Brainstormers Writers Camp transforms even reluctant writers into enthusiastic ones, believing in themselves, and the Writers Camp motto, just think it up and... According to studies, every 7 minutes a boy or girl is bullied in school. Nearly half of all children experience bullying at some point, and 1 in 10 are bullied, harassed, or intimidated on a regular basis. The targets and witnesses of bullying often feel powerless to stop it, and they're too afraid, embarrassed, or cynical to report the incident to an adult. As educational professionals, it's your responsibility to intervene and protect your students, but you can't help them unless they can define the problem and trust you enough to report it. The Brainstormers Bully Buster Show is a perfect way to open a healthy dialogue between students and staff on this very difficult subject. Using the power and reach of dramatic theater, we help define the different kinds of aggression your students might encounter, including physical, verbal, social, and cyber. We show students that they are not alone, nor are they powerless in their moment of crisis. The Bully Buster Show includes many components of positive behavior interventions and supports, or PBIS. Because they're watching real stories written by real kids just like them, they don't feel lectured or preached to. Instead, they identify with the struggles the characters in the stories are facing. They see practical models for dealing with the situation, including prompt reporting of the incident to school staff. Then, you'll be able to effectively implement your district's anti-bullying policy and prevent future incidents. You can capitalize upon that healthy dialogue started by the Bully Buster Show with the Bully Bustin' Book Show 2 to 3 months later. This showcase of your students' writings on the subject of bullying allows them to express their own feelings and experiences in the safe context of creative fiction, and also celebrate the writing talents of your student authors at the same time. Bust the bullies with the help of the Brainstormers Bully Buster Show and Bully Bustin' Book Show, because every student deserves to feel safe at school. Send your teachers to recess with the Brainstormers' unique techniques in service. This 2-hour play shop puts your staff in the gym shoes of their students. They'll play fun classroom games that demonstrate the power of improvisational drama as a learning tool for virtually any subject, from history to literature, to science and technology, to social studies, to current events, to peer pressure and self-esteem. Every participant receives a big course pack of sample games they can put to use in their classroom the very next day. Harness the power of kids' natural talent for make-believe. Breathe lasting life into their schoolwork with unique techniques. For 30 years, Brainstormers has entertained, educated, and inspired young people all across the USA. We've won numerous accolades for our work in schools, libraries, summer camps, fairs, and festivals. We empower kids with the joys of performance, the pride of accomplishment, the confidence to defy negativity, and the belief that they have brilliant ideas to share with the world. Hundreds of schools have been perennial clients for 10, 15, even 20+ years in a row, and consider Brainstormers an essential part of their curriculum. We conservatively estimate that since 1987, we've motivated the writing of over 3.5 million stories, and we'd love to come brainstorm with you. Brainstormers, raising scores and changing lives.